Erie News Now is Eclipse safety coverage you can count on. Some people may be planning to witness the eclipse from land. Others planning to watch it on the water.
Yeah, but one local business is recommending to think twice if you're considering to take a boat out on the water on April 8th. Our Caleb Yager is here in the studio tonight to tell us more about this. And Caleb, how is this business working hand in hand with both the Coast Guard and the Erie Port Authority that day?
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Eva. Lakeshore Towing Services has received recommendations from the Coast Guard about safety tips for boating during the eclipse. Here are the top 5 things they are recommending. First of all, always wear a life jacket. That's the number 1 priority. Can't go wrong with that. Number 2, dress for the water, not the weather. As John was mentioning, 42 degrees low 40s for that water temperature. It's still cold. Keep that in mind. Third thing, always carry emergency communication devices or like a VHF radio, signaling devices like an emergency locator beam. Good to have those things on hand. Fourth thing is proper boat maintenance pre-launch. Make sure your boat is ready to go, but also load up on those blankets and water and dry clothes in case you run into a situation. And lastly, ensure that your boat has reboarding devices such as a foot sling or a ladder.
Teresa Guerin is trying to map it all out.
We have no idea, how this is going to all play out.
She and others are counting down the days to the solar eclipse on April 8th. As co-owner of Lakeshore Towing Services, Guerin says they are preparing 5 boats to put on the water for Monday, just to keep an eye on potential boaters and other watergoers, even though it's not advised.
We recommend that people do not go out on the water. The water temperature is only in the 40s right now. So if someone would capsize, it wouldn't take long before they died of hypothermia.
Guerin reading advisory sent out by the Coast Guard, providing information that says you have about 10 to 15 minutes before hypothermia can take over your body.
You absolutely should wear your life jacket at all times. Don't have it just within arm's reach, just have it on. And if at all possible, wear something with neoprene in it, so if you would fall in the water, you have a little extra insulation.
And another big concern is just how many boats will be uncovered and make their ways onto the water.
You can go from being, flat calm to being high waves within 15 minutes. If you're out too far, you're not going to have a chance to get back in.
The Coast Guard has already made water rescues earlier this year, but with a higher volume expected for the eclipse, Guerin just hopes they have enough manpower.
If multiple people get in trouble at the same time, it's not enough.
Well, again, these are recommendations. You are still allowed to go in the water if you choose to do so, but in the spirit of safety, the Erie Port Authority says it is closing the boat launch ramps from East Avenue to Chestnut and all along the bayfront for April 8th, and they will open back up on the 9th. Live in the studio, Caleb Yager, Erie News Now.